How fast can you sell your home in Concord, North Carolina? Well, I'll just tell you the short answer is it depends. Now, let me tell you the things that factor in. First of all, in Concord, you have two separate areas of town. One is Old Concord, that's going to be zip code 28025. Then you're going to have New Concord, also known as the Golden Crescent, which is 28027. They operate very differently from each other, primarily because of the age of the housing stock, the style of the neighborhoods, and I guess based on the volume, the number of cicadas. Now, I want you to also consider this. The speed of sale depends on you, the homeowner. That's right, not me, the realtor. There's two big factors that come into play when you're selling your home, regardless of zip code and regardless of area. The first one is the price that you pick. Pricing your house is not an exact science, and spoiler alert, if you're using apps to get prices, they're going to be made up of somebody else's algorithm, and they may or may not take into account upgrades that you've done, upgrades you haven't done, maintenance you've done or maintenance you haven't done, or other factors on the street. Is there a power line nearby? Are there houses that are in disrepair? Are there houses that have been fixed up? Can you walk to downtown? Can you get to school? There's all these things that come into play when you're looking at the price of your house. So as your realtor, I'm going to walk in with a lot of information, and we're going to find a range because we can ballpark where your house will sell. If you need it to go quickly, you go towards the lower end of the range because, as we know, if it's on sale, some people just go right directly for the sale rack. The second thing that comes into play is your condition. Now, the condition of your house has a lot to do with the amount of time and money you have to put into it. Some folks love taking care of their house. They love doing the caulking and the mortar work, and they love taking care of rotted wood and replacing roofs. And some people don't. Some of y'all work all the time. You come home, go to bed, and then you leave, and you just haven't spent the time doing the maintenance. And so we don't judge you for that. We do, however, say your house might have some deferred maintenance issues. Now, why does that matter with the price of your house? Buyers today don't have any more time than you do to take care of repairs. And so a house that's in need of repairs, they're going to want a lower price for that because they've got to spend the time and energy to fix it up. The other piece on condition has to do with upgrades. If your house was built in 1985 and you are original, you probably have some nice scroll work. You've got some lovely honey oak. I bet you might even have some pickle cabinets. Hadn't seen those in a minute, have you? And if you have wallpaper, it's got Wedgwood blue and rose. And you might even, if you're lucky, have that border of vinyl ducks marching around the bathroom. I've seen that house. And you who have it, it might be in pristine condition. However, today's buyer has been watching HGTV nonstop, and so they're expecting today's upgrades. They're expecting today's color palette. They're expecting you to make it look like what they saw on television. And so how upgraded you are based on the time frame that we're in can affect your price. So if you have the most upgraded house possible and you priced it low, I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna sell in 5 minutes and people will be fighting over it. If your condition is top drawer, but so is your price, it might still sell fast because it might be the nicest house out there. However, there are buyers that say, golly gee Willikers, it sure is pretty, but I can't go to the top of the range. And so all of these things start playing in, and you'll finally realize that the speed of sale for your Concord house, or also Kannapolis, Harrisburg, Mount Pleasant, and Midland, anywhere in Cabarrus County, it's all gonna fall on this continuum of what's my upgrade, where's my price, how fast do I want it to go. Now, I will tell you this, as your realtor, when I come to meet with you and you say I'm not in a hurry, that's fine, because we don't have to be rushed at any time in the market, but the market's gonna speak. The market that we're in right now, if it's the right price on the house, is going to have offers sometime within 14 to 21 days. Or sooner. If you get no offers, then we're out of line, and you and I have to sit down with the data and have a little heart-to-heart and decide if you really want to mess with the market. Currently, we have a lot of sellers in this market who priced it high because that's where we were a year ago. They're finding out now our buyer pool has declined because of interest rates, and they're just not as competitive as they were. So they're lowering their prices. When you see your neighbors lowering, it doesn't mean your neighborhood's in decline. It might just mean the sellers have decided they'll take a hit in order to move on. Now, that's a lot of information. Here's the bottom line. If you've hung with me this long, high five, friends, high five, because I am standing in downtown Concord and I can help you sell your house. What you have to know is this. If you and I have a conversation and we get the price in the ballpark and your condition matches the price, your house should sell, which means it goes under contract, inside 30 days and another 30 days to closing. So a reasonable expectation is 60 days. and probably faster if you and I have worked together to create the right plan. If you have questions about this neighborhood, this street, this zip code, this county, I can help. If you have questions about elsewhere, you should call me because I got people who can help and give you the straight information no matter where you are. Call me today.